And we are back on this Monday morning. And thank you, folks. You're the reason why this program is number one in New York. Not just AM radio, not just FM radio. Number one, period. No sports station is doing better. No music station, nothing. Number one. It's not because of me. It's because of the Catsimatidis family and their vision, and because of you folks. Let's go right back to your telephone calls, 800-848-WABC, 800-848-9222. Susan in Brooklyn. Good morning, Susan. What's on your mind?
Oh, hi. It's worth losing some beauty sleep to stay up and listen to you.
Oh, thank you.
It's good
Thank
that
you.
you give fools in Forest Hills, that the full viewing, whatever you want to call it, because then we can really see, what fools they are, because they're talking about, he doesn't know if it's an op-ed or what it is, about a show trial. It's not a legal proceeding, this January 6th proceeding, and that Donald Trump is not fit. Good, keep it up, because that's only helping us on this side to see how delusional they are. So I hope he keeps calling every night and making a fool of himself, because it's only helping us.
Well, I understand your perspective, Susan, what you're saying, and I appreciate your call. And my approach on all of this is that whether folks agree with me or not, I'm going to take the call, and whether they're expressing something that's popular or not, or conventional wisdom or not, I'm going to take the call. I think it helps the program to do exactly that. Let's go to Amir up in Boston. Good morning, Amir. You're on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Thank you, sir, for taking my call. Number one, to Susan, Stan is not a fool. What I love about him, he keeps people like Susan in check. And I'm a lefty, and what I like about you, sometimes you keep people on the left in check. That's number one. Number two, the reason why I called, because Donald Trump, the worst president to me. Number one, in one term, $8 trillion debt, almost. Number two, I know we heard this before, but Capitol Hill, January 16, January 6. After 3 hours, we're talking about police being assaulted by thugs, okay? The vice president, 40 feet away, being assaulted. After 3 hours, this man comes out. What does he say? He says, "Oh, we love you and you're special." Come on. That is, forget about, this is disgusting. You know it and I know it. Now, I voted for Biden not because he's the best candidate. He was the only one that could beat Trump, period.
Okay, so Amir, I heard you on Trump,
Yeah.
but you voted for Biden because he was the only option, in your words, to defeat Trump. How's that working out for you? How's that working out for you?
Yes or no?
Yeah,
yes, no. Like Obama in the beginning was no and good, but in the end he turned out, it's so premature still, in my opinion.
Okay, so Amir, I'm just trying to get an answer out of you. You said yes or no. I don't know what that means. You said yes or no.
That means at times I'm totally disappointed with him, the way he fist bumped the Saudis. That to me was disgusting. But then again, you go look at Trump when he goes to North Korea. Say, this man loves his people. I'm like, give me a break. What do you mean this man loves his people?
Okay, you already said what you had to say about Trump. I'm asking you about Biden now.
Yes.
Because my personal view on Biden is, I know folks will say it's not all his fault, but he's killing me with the stock market. He's killing you with the 401ks. He's killing all of us at the pump with the gas, food prices. I walked into Wegmans the other day in Montvale. I love going to Wegmans there, and they had ribeye steaks, 4 in the package. Amir, how much do you think those steaks were?
Probably too pricey, way overpriced.
Well, give me an idea.
Be that price.
Give me an idea. Well, how much do you think they were?
What was that? 2 ribeyes you talking about?
4 ribeyes.
4 ribeyes shouldn't be no more than the $40. How much was it?
$60.
That's ridiculous.
Now,
That's ridiculous.
I don't know about you, Amir, but I went in there to buy some mozzarella and tomatoes, right, with the vinaigrette that
Yes,
comes
sir.
with it. That
Yes,
was
sir.
$12. The bigger one was $20. I needed some French butter. That was $5.50 each. And the ribeyes, right? I'm marinating 2 steaks tonight. I had to go with New York State strip because I simply couldn't afford the ribeye. $60. I was disgusted. And who do I blame? I blame one person only. I could tolerate, I heard you on Trump. I could tolerate his tweets. January 6th was not his best day in terms of the rhetoric, okay? I'll concede that. But, I could tolerate everything because the bottom line is my bottom line was okay. I don't like the taxes. Amir, I thank you for the call. I don't like the taxes that I'm paying right now, right? And I want to move to Saddle River, New Jersey, simply because my taxes, which are about $26,000 a year, can go down to about $12,000. But to live in Saddle River, the price is up there in terms of the homes. So right now, I'm not feeling Biden. There's no, as a matter of fact, I'm not going to be diplomatic. He's done in my book as the president of the United States. Either he bows out gracefully or he's Jimmy Carter too. It's that simple. As a matter of fact, he may even face a primary as a sitting president, should he run. Because right now he's just with respect for the office of the presidency, he is a placeholder right now as president of the United States. And his number two, and I have a few I can count them on my hand. If I say anything about Kamala Harris, you're attacking our black president, our black vice president. How could you attack our black vice president? Because she's incompetent and she doesn't know what she's doing. That's how. Let's stay in Boston. Let's go to Jennifer, our friend Jennifer. Good morning to you, Jennifer. What's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic. Couple of things. Just if I could quickly respond to Amir. I've heard him on a local talk show up here. I believe it's the same guy. He sounds like a nice person, but like he says, he's lefty, which is all well and good. But, and I believe he's an African-American man, if I recall him saying to the show up here. And I didn't hear him say anything about Donald Trump and the First Step Act. I think it's funny that we had a woman up here recently on local radio. She started a house for women coming out of prison, She was saying, Obama's the only president that ever went to a federal prison. He's the only one that cares about these people. She never mentioned Alice Johnson, the grandmother that was going to spend the rest of her life in jail that Obama was letting sit there. She had petitioned him, for clemency, never, pardoned her, let her out, nothing. Everyone, Trump's a racist. But all that Trump did, lowest black unemployment, highest black entrepreneurship, highest black women entrepreneurship, people were doing pretty good in the African-American community under Donald Trump. And if he was such a racist, I'd just like to know why, when it was something like, I believe it was close to 90% of the people that were going to be let out under the First Step Act were African-American. It just staggers me, and yet Obama did nothing for the same group of people. So I think it's very rich the way people pick and choose their facts about a certain person. And people referencing the January 6th committee, I'll just say when you have the chairman of the committee saying, and officers were killed that day, officers, name me one. Ashley Babbitt was murdered by an officer, name me one. I mean, there's just lie upon lie, and when you don't have anyone questioning, you couldn't convict someone in a court of law, right? I mean, you'd have people that were considered hostile witnesses. You'd be made to answer a question. Or you couldn't bring up certain things. Here, there's no rules. Whatever goes, whatever fits the narrative goes, and whatever. Anonymous witnesses, really? It's unbelievable. And last but not least, if I really could just say, thank you for talking about this young man that was stabbed to death parking the car. I saw his picture. I just saw the headline, and I saw a picture. And you could just tell what a beautiful soul he was, Dominic, just to look at him. His eyes, his smile. He just was lit from within. And his light was put out by someone who could have cared less, and I'm so tired of people using mental illness as an excuse. There are a lot of mentally ill people in the world that behave quite nicely, and there's just a lot of evil going on in the world. Look at that family that was just camping, the 3 of them that were killed, the 9-year-old orphan left behind after seeing his family slaughtered. It goes on day in and day out, people murdering their children, their family. There's a lot of rotten people that are rotten to the core. And we really need to evaluate ourselves as human beings and what we want in our lives and for our country as a whole. Because as I say every time, we're going on a really dark path.
We are.
I thank you for talking about that young man, because it was absolutely horrific what happened to him in front of his poor wife. It broke I looked at him, Dominic, and I cried. I cried just looking at him, because you could see the light of God right in him, and that's all I'll say about it.
Jennifer, I thank you for the call, and please try not to get upset. I understand your emotion. I understand your frustration. What I don't understand is I will get callers that will say, why are you always talking about crime? And you are saying that black people are guilty in all these crimes, which is ridiculous. But you know what? I said I was not going to go down that path. And so I have to honor my own words. But don't shoot the messenger. Look at what's going on around all of us. Around all of us, it's happening. It's happening on a daily basis.